It has long been speculated, are childhood imaginary friends in fact ancestral spirit guides? My grandfather had one, whose name, Ritus Otis, seemed so unlikely that it retained itself in the family lore. Was the name itself a figment of my grandfather's imagination, or could it possibly refer to someone who had actually lived? I wondered whether I could trace evidence of someone named Ritus Otis who had died around the time of my grandfather's childhood. I searched genealogy and death records with various possible spellings of the two names, and I also tried putting Otis as the first name. There was indeed someone by that name who once lived across the border of my grandfather's hometown in the neighboring state, but exactly what sort of evidence would be conclusive? Then I got to thinking about the sounds of the syllables of Ritus Otis. Do the syllables themselves communicate anything? Reed is, oat is. Could it be an epigram about reeds and oats? Recall that our ancient Egyptian ancestors knew the afterlife as the field of reeds, a mirror image of life on earth. Their aim was to make that life worth living eternally by doing right by today. Speaking of reeds and the water nymphs they shelter, let's not forget the naiad Syrinx, who disguised herself as a reed to hide from the god Pan, and found herself crafted into his famed panpipes. Oats might remind us of the oats goat of Prussian folklore, the ruffian spirit of the fields one seeks to avoid if traveling alone. Greek mythology reminds us that it was oat milk that fed Earth Mother Gaia as an infant. And let's never forget the invaluable tip for skirting death handed down through Danish folklore. When the Grim Reaper arrives on his three-legged hell horse, bribe the horse with a pack of oats. Reed is, oat is bears some similarity to the William Carlos Williams poem about the red wheelbarrow. So much depends upon a red wheelbarrow, glazed with rainwater, beside the white chickens. Just as that poem asks us to consider what exactly a red wheelbarrow signifies, we might consider what exactly a reed is and an oat is. Both poems contain water, rain and marshy reeds, and grain, oats and chicken feed, and the cycle of existence, with the wheel of life typographically detached from the barrow so we won't miss it. Oh, did you notice that the poet answers which came first, the chicken or the egg? He typographically separates the whiteness from the chickens. The egg comes first. By the way, while searching for evidence of an historical Ritus Otis, some weirdness cropped up. One result offered seemingly random nonsense that was yet intriguing. Ritus Otis intertwines its very pure enthroned. The other said, Ritus Otis phosphorizing its reef looted relentlessly tireless. I suppose that reef could be short for reification, in the sense of being made real, which would suggest that the Ritus Otis spirit exists as a form of light, a phosphorescence, unable to reincarnate because its thingness, from the Latin root of reify, is incessantly being stolen. By what entity or process, we hardly dare to inquire. The picture of Ritus Otis intertwining also rings true, in the sense of a close friend, bosom buddy's intimacy. Is the spirit's very purity enthroned, or is it very purely enthroned? To be enthroned is to be installed as a ruler, which rings true in the sense of a spirit guide being assigned to a corporeal entity. Who knows what any of it really means? Then again, maybe it's all here. What can we do but look for answers and then wonder about the living language as words become unmoored from their strict contexts?
Vigils long, twilight sings a song of the happiness that's still to be. Soon my eyes will close, soon I'll find repose, and in dreams you're always near to me. I'll see you in my dreams, hold you in my dreams. Some